What Lies Below is a total ripoff title of What Lies Beneath, right? I couldn't help but think that when I saw the title. But this is about a young girl who's coming back from camp. Is that what that is? I don't know what the fuck she's at. She's like, I think she's supposed to be like 16 in the movie. The actress in this is like 25 or 26. And her mom is played by Mina Savari, and she's only like 42 in real life. So I was like, when they got on screen together, it's like, she does not look old enough to be her mom. And I guess technically she'd be old enough to be her mom if she got knocked up when she was like 15 years old. But, or maybe, wait, she's 42. Yeah. I mean, she'd have to be so young. But I think because in the movie, they specifically state the mom's 42. And the daughter's supposed to be, I think, 16. So that works. But it's so clear this girl's not that age. Anyway, so she's being brought home, and the mom has a new boyfriend, and the boyfriend is dead sexy. And the daughter starts to have a serious crush on this guy. I mean, who wouldn't? And it's kind of weird because, now, as I said, this girl's like in her fucking mid-20s, so that's how I was looking at the situation. And Mina Savar is very pretty still, and so is this girl. And this guy in real life is like right in between their ages. Like he's like smack dab in the middle. And if they really were daughter and mother, like if you hung around them both, not saying like if you had already been dating one, it'd be fucked up, but like if you like met these two women at the same time and you were hanging out with them, it would be very confusing. It'd be like, I'm totally into both of you. I don't know what the hell to do here. So that was an interesting situation when he showed up and they were like looking at him all like lusting and with what eyes. And I was just like, wow, that's an interesting situation. But yeah, so he's this hot guy. He's moving into the mom's house. Things are going real quick for him. And she starts to suspect there might be something wrong with this guy. We'll leave it at that. Overall, the movie is fine. It's a typical, what have we let into our home kind of movie with a twist to it that I think the poster would basically give away. Now, I did really enjoy the very, very ending. I thought like the last shot was kind of haunting and really cool. So I dug that. The performances are a little like, they're not bad. They just feel like you're watching a Lifetime movie. That's what it feels like at times. And that's kind of how this feels until it moves into the horror aspects towards the end. The horror really comes more in the third act. There's a teeny bit of it before that, but mostly all of it is in that third act. So that's where it kind of disconnects itself from like this Lifetime movie where a mom and a daughter are, have eyes for the same guy. But there's some like very uncomfortable moments. One of them takes place in a boat between the guy and the daughter, and he does something and you're like, what the fuck? Like at first you're like, this guy's cool, and then he does something and you're like, okay, no. Because I was thinking maybe she's reading this wrong, this and that, I don't know. Then he does something and you're like, okay, never mind. What the fuck is that? What? No one would do that. That's crazy. That's weird. That being said, I just remembered something. I watched this yesterday and I completely forgot about this. There's a scene that happens and then it jumps to the next scene and it makes no sense to me. 0 sense. So let's just say her friend shows up, finds out some information, and runs off in a tiff to do something with that information. And then it just kind of cuts to much later, and that's not really acknowledged. We end up finding out what happens, so to speak, But how that was just straight out ignored, it makes no sense to the story at all. You're like, wait, what? You would wait, no. That you'll have to watch it to know what I mean, but watch it and see if you know what I mean. I don't see how you couldn't. When I was watching, it was so jarring to me. I was like, okay, are we not going to see what happened? Because we would definitely see what would happen. This wouldn't just resolve itself. This is a very intense moment. And then it's just gone. And you're like, care to elaborate? Like, what happened? That is a very, very bizarre cut. So I'm not understanding that scene. It almost feels like it's missing something. And I can't imagine what it's missing because there'd be no resolve. I'm confused on that. But it doesn't matter. Anyway, it's okay. It's definitely not something to rush to. I didn't hate it, but I doubt my audience would like it very much. I can't think of almost anybody. So it'd be a pass for me. But I didn't hate it. And the ending was okay. The ending was the best part. I don't know. Hope that helped. Anyways, adios.